if you weren't already bullish on what is about to happen to Bitcoin, well, I've got a video you have to see. Goldman Sachs getting involved, options now available on ETFs, as well as a monumental move coming very, very soon. We're going to be breaking it all down for you in this video. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you want to stay ahead of the market. And don't forget, check out some of the links in the description if you want to trade futures, as well as join the project I'm launching very soon. Then do check out those links as always in the description. Hit up that like button to a brand new all-time high on the channel. Let's get into this video. So breaking news, literally just come hot off the press. From Washington, D.C., the Commodity Futures Trading Commission Division of Clearing and Risk today issued a staff advisory relating to the clearing of options on spot commodity exchange traded funds. These options are on shares of ETFs registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission as securities, and the shares are listed and traded on an SEC-registered National Securities Exchange. These ETF options are cleared and settled by the Options Clearing Corporation as a sole issuer of all equity options. It then goes on to talk a little bit about how it's not under the CFTC's jurisdiction and therefore is under the OCC, but would be undertaken as the capacity of a registered clearing agency subject to the SEC oversight. Why am I telling you this, and why is this important? Well, ultimately, this is paving the way for further spot Bitcoin ETF options to be listed. Now, we've talked about this previously, aligned to a potential new SEC chair and a much softer view of digital assets. In fact, today, there has been some very interesting news coming out of New York. In fact, they're being told not to pursue cryptocurrency and digital assets. Very, very interesting. The whole landscape has suddenly shifted, and we've seen Bitcoin rally from about 88,000 to maybe retesting 92,000 in the very short term. But this can be good news. This opens up the market to a ton more capital, a ton more investment, and more importantly, much more bullish upside. This is incredible news, and this is why people are bullish. Listen to what Cathie Wood has to say about her most recent price prediction.
We have a 2030 target. In our base case, it's around $650,000. In our bull case, it's between $1 and $1.5 million.
So think about that. A massive price prediction. Even the bearish case at 600,000 is pretty wild. 2030 is not that long ago. But look, this is our way we sit. Lots of upside to come. We've seen a little bit of it, but there is so much more to come. The whole landscape of the market has changed. You've got ETF products flying out of the handle. You've got institutional investments. And what's interesting is the most recent rally hasn't been driven by ETF inflows. In fact, we've actually had 2 days of outflows when it comes to ETFs. They've fundamentally been driven by retail. We know they are researching meme coins as well as Bitcoin. It's back to the party, and I think this is incredibly good news. And everybody is hedging their bets on a strategic Bitcoin reserve. In fact, there's even a bet going on right now with a 33% chance of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. What does it mean and why it's important? Just listen to this.
I don't know exactly what the timeline would be like. I think when it's certainly framed that way, that obviously the government has, through various legal activities over the years, collected a fair amount of Bitcoin. Historically, I believe it's sold it. And if it hangs on to it and then wants to grow it from there, I mean, that certainly seems like something that would be achievable. Now, if that meets the idea of what a strategic reserve could be, I mean, I think is maybe up to what others could determine. It's not the idea that, like, the U.S. government has historically held lots of gold bullion, for example, dating back to kind of the history of gold as currency. So that sounds slightly different for me, but certainly seems something that could be achievable in the near term.
So clearly this is a big deal. And if Trump sticks to what he said he's going to do, then this could be monumental for Bitcoin and digital assets. Remember, 1 million Bitcoin bought over the next 5 years could be huge. And that's why you've got people like Goldman Sachs getting involved. They've actually boosted their Bitcoin ETF stake to $710 million. This is actually a substantial increase and demonstrates the growing interest from institutions in Bitcoin, albeit under the safety to a degree of an ETF product. But this is super bullish. This has to be the biggest bull market of our lifetimes. This is a monumental once in a liquidity event when it comes to Bitcoin. So much things are pointing to the direction of a huge upside. It's hard to ignore. Even when you take a look at the chart as an example, this massive run we had recently from the kind of 67 range all the way up to breaking those all-time highs, and then now starting to consolidate to the upper range is incredibly bullish. We are absolutely looking like a potential breakout. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't go sideways, ranging between these two key points here, just in terms of some value as then we start to skyrocket. Next week, what does it look like? We could see further institutional investment. We get nearer and nearer to that inauguration day, January the 20th. Then I think we could even see Bitcoin rally. I talked about $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of November. I'm still in that place, and I still think we're in for an incredibly bullish end of the year. Let me know what your price predictions are in the comments down below. But I think right now, it is a great time to be in crypto. It's a great time to have crypto holdings. And if you've been part of this channel, well, your portfolio should be doing pretty well. If you haven't been part of the channel, now's your time. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn the notification bell on to all. You're not going to miss a beat in this bull market. As ever, thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.